like I say, well, some people, I don't know. I don't think anyone ever went, "Ooh, creator, ooh, I want to be with you." Although, it would have been nice. It's kind of cute. Um, and basically, and also to have women and life forms be like, "We're yours." It made me melt. It would make me melt every time. I'd be like, "Bloop, I'm a puddle." like, I mean, because, well, it's true. I created you, and you are one of my best life forms, and some of my best life forms. 1.5s though, for me though, it was hard to choose because it's like, I have 1.5s, I have exoskeletons, I have lots of different life forms and types. I can't really say that you're, it's hard. I can't play favorites. So even when the human race was like, you want to love us, blah blah blah, it's like, I love you very much, and you're very wonderful, but I have other, you know, I don't want to offend the other life forms because like the exoskeletons, the 1.5s, they saved my life and did all kinds of things for me as well. And it's like I do love humanity. I do love humans, and I do love women, and I love Irish, and I love all the different great epic societies like the great Chinese or Japanese Empire, the Rising Sun or whatever. Like you guys thousands of years ago were massively epic, and even the tinsmiths and the gypsies. Like I witnessed and saw your empire and watched it unfold in front of me, and it was gorgeous and beautiful and wonderful. And you guys were, you earned my respect. A lot of people earned my respect. The black people, I don't really remember any empire of black people, but whatever. I'm not gonna say I hate them. They were very good vocalists, and still, like I say, I respect black people as well. I do. It's just, they were a little bit confused. They had a leader, plague unto this world. So, yeah, it's bad management. So, anyway, Harlem Wolf people and all that other stuff. And well, Anton? It's like, oh, whatever. I don't really know. Like I said, I can't really. I get mad at them. I was mad at them because it's like, what are you doing? Why? Why are you doing this? And stuff like that. But anyway though, but there's so much history and so many things that happen. But in the end, like I had to side with the Irish and stuff like that because it's like, well, but they built my ships. They build my ships. They're my people. They're my workers. They were my miners. The Irish people could actually say that metal came from the Alps of whatever. Because there was other Irishmen that were mining that metal, and then they were putting it into my ships and stuff. And there was also Germans. We were a team together. German scientists, German metallurgists, and Irish, and we were all working together. Building the best steel that has ever been made. So, anyway, that's why when one group or another, it's like, well, don't forget about the little Germans, like the little German researchers. Yes. Well, you see, we're running a little low on gold coins today. The Germans were just my accountants. They handled the accounting, they handled the metallurgy. They were, they chose to do that in existence. They weren't withholding from the Irish, no, never. Because they shouldn't. I mean, they were just doing it on my behalf, looking after my accounts. And I was giving pay raises to Irish every day. Or, you know, and there are always bonuses. I think there was a big bonus every time a ship sailed. Especially if they got it done early or something like that, or on time, because usually they're a little bit behind schedule. It's like, well, it's okay. It's not like I'm going to cut your pay or anything like that. It's just, and sometimes we even, it's like people would be like, well, we need more money. It's like, okay, sure, no problem. I understand. It's a 900-foot long ship, first of its kind. It's gonna take a little longer than normal. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, because some of the Irish too were like, well, we can't. And it's like, don't worry, we'll pay you. Like, no problem. I know, I understand. So the Irish, they loved me, they adored me because it's like, well, yeah, I know. It's a 900-foot long ship. Of course, it's going to be extra more money. And even the Irish were laughing at some point in time because they were making a lot more money. They were making good money, really good money. And I was glad to be able to provide them with good money because they were, so anyway, so yeah. So Belfast, Lusitania, Leviathan, biggest ships of their kind, and bold and beautiful. 5,000 wood carvers, by the way, like I said, or 15,000 wood carvers working on the ship alone. It was like a small city. I think there were wood carvers, I forget, from Afghanistan or some. You check on the wood carvers. Like we had lists of all the people that took part in my ships. Like there was 15,000 people from this other country. There were Japanese people. There were all kinds of people. I loved it too. I mean, it was like my people are working together. Like that's another thing is that it was beautiful because you were all working together mostly. Everybody had a job. Everyone was doing a job, and we're doing the empire right or something like that. It was, at least for a moment, there was at least a minute where everybody just set their side their differences apart and just did something for me. Anyway, so yeah, the wars all stopped, and we were just there was no fighting or anything like that. And anyway, some of the Irish would be like, "We're gonna fight later," or say it that. But yeah, that was the White Star Line Company, and like I say, it was beautiful and wonderful, and like we were providing clothes to the first star guests and stuff like that, and yeah, that was my little thing. I wish I could have seen it, but oh well, matters to attend to and all that other stuff. But anyway, still they recorded it and took pictures of it. So anyway, it made lots of money, and people and humanity learned something, that they could build it big and they could do it. They could work together. So anyway, though, yeah. And then later on, plague unto this world. Oh. A man that probably carpet bombed five or six cities or killed a couple thousand. I don't know. I don't know what Papa did, but yeah. Like I said, Papa had sat in Irish jail for like 20 or 30 years or some such, after he had finally been. The problem is he wouldn't stop slapping people. He wouldn't stop hurting people or something like that. So the Irish finally locked him up. And it's like, well, so they left him in there for like 20 or 30 years. So he got out when he was like 80 or so. Or 70. It's like, well, yeah, if you're that big of a problem, we got to lock you up. He kept on trying to turn black people into a plague onto his world. So, and he actually carpet bombed a couple cities or something like that. He was a very bad person. So I don't know why he had decided to try and do that. He wanted to tear it all down, and this and that. So anyway, so yeah, the Irish, whatever. One of my groups, they saw a problem, they saw someone as being a problem, and they dealt with them. So anyway, and that was the Harlem Wolf people or whatever. So anyway, I don't really know much about it myself. Like I said, talk to the Irish. Like I said, the Irish are honest. They're 100% honest. You could trust an Irishman with your life, of course, always. And Scotsman, and all these real groups out there, the real ones out there. You didn't have to watch your back with them. They're really good people. So, and proud people too, and damn proud. Like I said, I love my Irish. I mean, loved, like, so yeah. So anyway, yeah, the Irishmen, even the Germans, the Germans were some of the best builders of them all, possessing superior structural knowledge and stuff. A lot of Irish ships, or a lot of the White Star ships were built with German mathematicians and Germans helping, I believe. It was Ireland, of course. Ireland was providing the muscle and the effort and stuff like that. But the Germans were doing all the. Yes, it needs to be a little bit more of this. I love my Germans. They were great. They were advising with the Irish, and the Irishmen were like, okay. And so, team effort. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, I talk too much, blah blah blah. But it's like, well, I mean, I was in love with them. I love them. Like I like take me back and let me die with them. Cover me over with them. Like it was. I mean, I don't care that it was low tech. Like it was low tech, but it was beautiful. Like it was amazing and wonderful. And anything was possible back then. And it still is. Like anyway. So yeah, when you're Jesus or the creator, it's not a lot of come here, baby. It's more like let's go mining. Let's build a ship. I want to see what's inside that mountain. And my stores. Later on they would write songs about the company store and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, another day older and deeper in debt. No, 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 no. There was just this thing where here, I'll tell you about that.